let's talk about the evolution of Danny's dream, and let's talk about your plans, immediate plans that you have, those workshop plan, because I think it's going to do so much good.
Right. Well, yes. Well, this is as you said, Julie's son Brendan passed away last year at the beginning of the year, and those students will be entering high school come the fall. So, I am not affiliated with the high school, but I decided again that I want to make sure that this group of young people have mentors, have tools like hypnosis, like post-traumatic. We're going to do some PTSD stuff with them. I have come into contact with a method that's very easy and to help these students, self-care, to help them. I'm going to hopefully have, I have quite a few mentors, so if anybody comes to the group, they'll be provided with like a volunteer junior or senior who in the high schools will meet them. If they need any help, they can call their mentor. They can tell them, we're going to teach them who they should go to, maybe who they should try to avoid. I have several other volunteer professionals coming to help me with this. So that there's going to be a lot of care, and this is both I'm going to have the group for parents and for the kids at the same time, but I'm going to split them up, and then put them together, and kids are going to be able to ask any kind of questions, anonymously, like from a shoebox. So this is my hope. This group will be starting in August, I think August 25th.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it would be great if you could bring some of the students, some of the professionals on our show to preview this, like maybe the first Sunday in August as a preview. I think that would be great.
All right, that would be certainly a great idea. And we've also I've been working individually and with others to help other young people with referrals, any type of calls that come into my foundation number. We help other people find support groups. I've also given out 2 scholarships at the Long Beach Catholic School. So far this year, the scholarship was like for the student who was, most, who was like the kindest student in the class. Like the grades weren't a factor, athleticism. It was the kid who was always nice to everyone, the kid who always sat with the kid who nobody else sat with. This child who got the this young man, although 13-year-old, got this he was shocked when he got the scholarship.
Let's bring him on the show.
He was shocked. As a matter of fact, he started crying.
Can you bring him on the show?
Oh,
August 7th?
He's
First Sunday in August.
I will. I'll ask him. I'm sure he'll do it. He was actually crying. I burst out crying, and it was a substantial scholarship. So, his family was they were crying because they have 2 other children that they need to put through school, and that they want to use this method. So so we're trying to keep Danny's memory alive, through kind acts. And this group is by donation. This is this would normally be, I don't know, a $45 session, $50 session group. I'm just asking all the people who are working. Chris will be doing the administration, but everybody is volunteering, and so any kind of donations just will help us, with paying a few of the bills and any types of refreshments and whatnot. So this is really, I thought, very important for this particular and every group of freshmen, but I wanted to really let them know how to deal with workloads and who to come to and who to talk to. And like I said, we're going to do some Tai Chi, some yoga, just it's not going to be just sitting around and talking. We're going to actually practice some stress reduction techniques and, really talk dirt, so to speak. So, and like I said, this is in Danny's memory, and I'm hoping I'm just trying to think of things that, would be useful and helpful.
Taylor, I know we're hitting you right away, but what do you think of the Great Shop?
I actually think it's a great resource, and I wish I would have had it when I was going into my freshman year.
Yeah.
But,
You don't know what to expect.
You're going
right?
into 11th grade, right?
Yes,
So you feel like something like this could be beneficial to you and your friends as well?
definitely. Yeah. Maybe not to my friends going into their junior and senior year, but freshmen's,
Absolutely.
it would be amazing, yeah.
Absolutely. You know, before we end, I just want to reinforce something because I think it needs to be reinforced. And that your son had everything going for him. He had a 99 average. He had a beautiful girlfriend. He had loving parents. He had been dealing with depression. He had been seeing the absolute best doctors. He had two parents that three parents that were on top of his medication. So he got love, he got support, and yet his depression was so severe, he got to the point one day where the pain was too much. So I just think that needs to be reinforced because I just think that in today's society sometimes people always look to blame. And I think specifically in this case, Daniel had the best of everything.
He did.
And in my opinion, and I think this needs to be said, if it wasn't for the love and support of the three parents, he probably would have taken his life a lot sooner. And that he lasted as long as he did because of you and the other parents. So I think
heard
that
that
really
many
needs
times.
to be said and reinforced
Thank you.
for the people out there about the love and dedication that Daniel got in his short life.
Oh, thank you so much. And you know what? I've heard that from so many people. You know, Jacqueline, you know, he loved you so much. He loved the family. And he was really, Taylor and I were talking about Doctor Who. We all used to, you know, we had so many interests. He was very intricate, like Big Taylor. And I do think, you know, he held on as long as he could. He was so tired. I tell Chris, and he has journals that I have read, and he would just write about how tired he was because he was a student by day, and it was very hard to drag himself through school. And then by night, he was like a patient, and he was just tired. You know, it was like it was very hard, you know, to constantly be running to the doctor, the therapist, the neurologist, you know, because I wasn't going to leave any stone unturned. But on the upside, he had a lot of fun. He had tons of hobbies. He was really a joy to be around. And, you know, he's brought me, you know, I miss, you know, a lot. I miss so much about him. And it was fun just talking to you guys about Doctor Who. But, yes, and I think, you know, I'm not sure, you know, what, you could have, I think, like what's called a brief psychotic episode, or maybe something just snapped in his brain. You know, it's really mysterious, and I was completely shocked. There really were no warning signs at all for us. But that's the way this can be sometimes. It can be extremely sudden. So that only makes it almost makes it worse, you know, like when somebody has cancer or something and you go through a process, you know, I never thought it would end like this, you know, but this is, you know, it could happen to anyone, and it happened to me, and God has given me beautiful people, and just, you know, not some not so beautiful people, but he's given me you, Howie, and a lot, and Rocco, and you know, Chris, and Taylor, you know, people I get to meet, and you're all sent to me through my angel Daniel. And, you know, so it's a tremendous loss, but with loss comes, you know, adaptation and grow. You know, yeah, I hope to grow. He's never away from me. He's always with me. I'm always chatting with him. He's always showing me expensive shirts at the mall, right, Chris? He's inspiring me. I'm like, why can't we like anything at H&M? And I just feel him pushing my head into this, like, you know, expensive stuff. But anyway, that's kind of like a personal joke. But he was just really a sweetheart, and thank you for having me. And I'm really looking forward to talking more with you about these new things that I'm hoping
The
to.
first Sunday in August, in 2 weeks, you
Yeah,
come back
and with this
and
like
the kids and
hypnosis
the breakfast.
and
That's
this-
great.
the yoga and the
'Cause
tai
this way we can really
chi
put it-
and the types of people that like they should look for, and you know, these physical types of outlets that help people, and like, you know, to maintain, like, you know, appropriate expectations. Like freshman year of college is pretty, like, is not so great. So if you know, everybody thinks they're gonna love it when they get there. If keep your expectations, is going to be hard, and you're not disappointed, and then it does get better. And so we're going to try to, like, you know, help people, like, you know, have healthy expectations and grow into being, you know, comfortable. But, you know, if you expect you're going to be comfortable on the first day, you're going to be totally screwed up on the second day. So that's why we want to kind of really do some prevention. So yeah, let's do that.
All right. I want to thank Taylor Greenberg for amazing input, and Jackie Shelley, and we're going to continue keeping Danny's memory alive. He'll never be forgotten, and we'll continue promoting all the great things Danny's Dream does, and especially this big workshop coming up in August.
Thank you. Yeah, and promoting like the good things in life, like Taylor's beautiful music and beautiful, you know, aura, and yours, of course, and Rocco's. Love you, Rocco. He's wearing my T-shirt. So and really working on healing and light and health, and you know, how we can all kind of move together as a culture, or at least as a community, to prevent anybody ever feeling like they need to do this.
Okay. Thank you so much.